Well, it's about that time. Sorry we're so late today, but sometimes it happens. Good damn morning. It's time. It's time for me to show my face. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm going to try to turn that music down because I know it's a little bit on the loud side for me talking. There we go. How you doing this morning? Happy Wednesday, hump day. And I'm getting away. I'm trying to get away just from the story in Israel right now. Tomorrow I'm going to have a guest on the show, very close friend of mine whose daughter lives in Israel, lives in Jerusalem, and we're going to hear from her and talk about Israel tomorrow. So I'm going to try to today's kind of an open topic day, okay? I don't want to talk about Israel the whole time. I only chosen one story from that today to talk about. And then we're also going to look at some of the dumbasses on Twitter talking about various topics, hopefully, because I really only have chosen a couple to highlight. And boy, the take of this person, I'm just like, hey, you have no self-awareness whatsoever. So that's not unusual on Twitter. And that's what the show's going to look like today. It's going to be a quick one because I do have to be on time today to my other gig. So I'm going to be posting more stuff, shorts and things like that on this channel. But if you haven't checked out my other channel, Marty's Big Journey, where I basically just do dad jokes and show holiday or vacation videos, you can check that out too. If you want to get away from, I am disgusted by this whole thing. And so it's just how it's going to be. But anyway, it's time for the intro thing. So, Johnny, would you do me a favor? Stop that music and play the intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way, but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only P-Dog Knight.
Yep. Let's be. Stop the music. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as P-Dog Knight on the internet. And welcome back to the P-Dog Knight channel, where Avocados Diabli is filling space over on Rumble, and it's beautiful. I'm here to talk about whatever we're going to talk about today. You can drop topics in the chat. In fact, here we go. I'm going to put it. We're going to do. We'll have a live. What is that thing? You know when you set up the thing, the Q&A. I'm going to set up a Q&A. That says drop a topic here, a topic here. But we'll see what I get through first, and if that doesn't work, then I'll go into the drop a topic section and see if I can find something to talk about there. Because I'm so late today that I wasn't as prepared as I would like to be. Apparently, there's a huge new rocket barrage in Israel. Good God. That's the breaking news. I guess we'll learn about that shortly. Let's see. Oh, now the thing flipped on me here. Anyway, that's just I'm looking at a tab that opened up on my computer unwittingly. So there's the Q&A. If you want to drop a topic into the Q&A, we can certainly do that. I'll pull those up when I get when I have a lull in the action. But right now, let's say good morning and then get the show on the road. First in chat over on Rumble is Mr. Avocados Diabli, who gets the bell. Also on Rumble, Jimmy Das Hotep's in the house. On YouTube, Avocados Diabli gets the bell there too because he's just just, I guess, selfish. I guess he just wants that bell. No, I'm just kidding. One of my most loyal supporters, Mr. Avocado Stanley, always here, always on time, and always very, very amusing in the chat and insightful, as I should say. So thank you, sir, for being here. Almost forgot your theme music. Also, good morning, Kara Soldier, who's so close every day to being that first one. You're gonna hit it one of these days. We might even give you the money bell if you happen to hit it. Good morning, also to the Grand Inquisitor, Mr. Tayo Alexander. I don't know how that started. How did I start giving you theme music? I don't even know. Anyway, also good morning to a new name in the, I was going to say the gospel of the chat, but since the gospel's in your name, sure you gospel. Hello, all your favorite wormy degenerate is here. Good morning, human. I don't know if to say sir or ma'am. I have no idea. Good morning. Also, JB, fake news expert, Rick Ashbringer. Who else is here? Simon Wolfwood, bookworm addict, my favorite Canadian, Jäger Pony. Good morning, Jesse Leon, and Mason Cornish. Welcome back. Do your math, guys. 8 of 16 don't do math. Is it half? What do you mean? What does that mean? Good morning also to Leon's back. Good morning. And that's everyone who, and those ain't real dudes here. So there you go. That's everyone who's currently in the chat. Looks like there's 19 people, 13 likes and so on, 10 watching on Rumble. I'm one of the 10 though. So say hi, wave your hand, give a peace sign, do whatever. If I haven't said hi to you yet, welcome to all of yous. I am a sir, the last I knew. Well, I'm glad you looked and checked, because I am not going to do that for you, and I appreciate you letting me know. First time here. So anyway, like I said, it's not really an organized day, which I know that's a shocker on this show, but usually I at least have a bunch of stuff to talk about, and today I just want to, what prompted my decision not to pull up a bunch of stories today was this little bit of, well, here, let me just show you, because I saw this and I thought to myself, wouldn't this, if something should occur to you when you write something like this, and it's in the thumbnail. It's in the thumbnail right there in the thumbnail. Oh, but I'm sorry. Before I even click this, I do got to remind you. The Morning Night Live is brought to you by you, the viewers of the Morning Night Live. Now, some of you have already made the strong effort to help the show out. Okay, the best way to help this show. Now, you can certainly tip the show through YouTube Super Chats or Rumble Rants. The best way, of course, is through pdognight.live. PreDogNight.live/tips is the best way to do it, because then you don't have to give 30% to whoever's running YouTube these days, or 27% to Rumble or whatever. More of the money you intend to go to the person you're sponsoring goes to the person you're sponsoring. Especially if you do it by credit card or PayPal, which, they take a lot less out. So it helps me out. But anyway, that's not the biggest thing you can do to help me, though. The biggest thing you can do is just share this on your social media. So you hit the share button arrow down there on YouTube, or you do the thingy on Rumble and a little paper airplane, and you can share the stream. And that would be just damn fantastic. Good morning, GDSOB, by the way. So anyway, let's you were on the I was on the AAA the other week, but man, it's like the ratio, unless it's 1 per view, you don't do math. See, the likes sometimes take some time in it, and they're happening, and I appreciate all of you who does it. So thank you for that. And so anyway, what prompted the title of the show today, and I thought maybe we would just spend some time on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. Good morning, Jethro Hetero. Is this stupidity from Joe Walsh? Not the cool Joe Walsh, not the not that Joe Walsh. Life's been good to me so far, the former Eagle and Hellraiser and guys who destroyed hotels and shit. Not that Joe Walsh, but the Joe Walsh who's a former congressman, former Republican congressman. And he might be, he's made his niche on Twitter /X, the app formerly known as Twitter, being a Trump hater. Okay. He's a former Republican, but he's just total anti-Trump, and I hate Trump, and Trump is an asshole, and Trump is this, and Trump that. Every day, and almost every tweet has something negative about Donald Trump until this Israel thing happened. Now he's not cool with what's going on over there with the Hamas and shit, and he's still a Republican, but he just doesn't like Trump, and he just bitches about Trump constantly. And so I saw this stupidity. Hello, Kessler, what's up? I'm not calling you stupidity. And also, good morning. Who's that? Oh, Special Can Acid's in the house. How you doing? So this stupid, yes, I got a mansion for forget the price. Ain't never been there. They tell me it's nice. Okay, so this stupidity from Joe Walsh, not the good Joe Walsh, but the bad Joe Walsh. I didn't say he's bad. He just hates Trump a lot. And I don't care. He just look, I don't care if you don't like Trump. Don't spend every minute, every hour of every day talking about Trump on X. And that's what this guy does. So he wrote this stupidity, and maybe you can figure out why this caught my eye. Okay, why it caught my eye. That would be because Joe Walsh wrote this. Just as I was so damn thankful that Joe Biden and not Donald Trump was president when Putin invaded Ukraine, I am equally thankful that Biden and not Trump is president now when Hamas invaded Israel. Ukraine, Israel, the United States, and the free world should be thankful that Biden, not Trump, is president right now. Now, what exactly should be glaringly obvious when Joe Walsh makes a statement like this, the anti-Trump former Republican congressman from the state of Florida says that in fact, I even said, my reply to him was, something should be glaringly obvious to you from what you just wrote. And yet you are so myopic in your current hate grift, you just cannot see it. Can you? It should be obvious to him, but it's not, because he's myopically hating on the former president of the United States, the guy with the funny hair. Is it just me, or did these things not happen while Donald Trump was president, and they happened while Joe Biden is president, sort of, by committee in his offices? Would either of those things happened if this was Trump? If there wasn't some kind of, because look, whatever you think of what's going the Middle East and Israel, whatever, we all know that the United States and Israel kind of have this relationship, right? They're strong allies. They're the strongest ally of the Middle East. And it just seems so strange. It just seems so strange that people wouldn't put two and two together that, Putin waited until there was a new president to invade Ukraine. Someone that probably comes off as a little bit on the weak side or non-resolved side, right? And the same thing. Now, look, I'm going to give the president credit for whatever he read from his teleprompter yesterday, telling us that the United States is with Israel. And he kind of even, whoever wrote this speech for him clearly was thinking presidential race, because he actually condemned the acts, but then he made up some story about when he met Golda Meir. I don't know if you saw that yesterday. We're not going to watch it today, but it was kind of funny. He has been telling this bullshit story about him meeting Golda Meir, which he actually did back in the day, back in like when he first became a senator, but then he made up some story about him being a liaison between the Israel and the Saudis and this and that, which he never was. And so the papers at the time just lambasted him for lying about that. But it should be obvious that, man, it's funny how none of these things happened while Trump was president. Like, because Trump was so pro-Israel, he put his pro-Israel on his sleeve. There's no doubt that now, and granted, it shouldn't be doubted now because the vast majority of Congress and senators and even Joe Biden support Israel, right? And whether you like that or not, it's a fact. But why would, oh my God, they would just think maybe this is a time when America doesn't have resolve and America's weak and America has this old doddering fool being held up by puppet strings in the White House who knows how their resolve is against Israel. And certainly same thing with Ukraine, right? I'm just saying, Putin didn't invade while Trump was president. Just saying. Then they did. In fact, before Trump was president, Russia invades Ukraine. After Trump was president, Russia invades Ukraine. During the presidency of Donald John Trump, it didn't happen. So, Joe Walsh. You look like a damn fool. Now, some people replied to him, how is Biden better than Trump? Now, I'm sure some people answered it. Is he going to stand up to the squad? Trump would, because the squad still, Ilhan Omei's out there saying that, so what? So what if Hamas ended children by removing their corpse and shit? And just, all the shit they did? What about, in fact, what about it was one of the responses when they were talking about how they did these awful, unwanted things to female peoples, that stuff, and kids, and this congressman, and someone's asked the congresswoman about that, and she's like, so what? Really? So what? Because this might be happening to us next. In fact, my guest tomorrow will talk about that. Anyway, by the way, good. Oh, Lindsay, what's up? Good to see you. I haven't seen you here live for a while. It's awesome to see you in the chat. Good morning. And somebody else popped in. Who was it? I said GDOSB. B. Okay, I think that. Oh, Kessler's in the house. Hello, Kessler. What's up, brother? So anyway, I'm just fascinated by takes like this, and Twitter is full of them. There are so many dumb takes. But before I move on, I want to thank some people, okay? I need to thank some of you because some of you have been already very good. What the hell did I just do there? I want to open the notifications, which is that button. Click the right, and then that. Let me thank some people for sharing the show already this morning. And welcome. If you're new or newer here, I am so glad that you all are here. So first, let me thank a few people, though. Somnambul Nation every day tweets out the show. Jimmy Das Hotep, when you are here, you always tweet out the show. I greatly appreciate it. I just retweeted both of you. And you both retweeted my tweet of the show. I appreciate that. Please, again, the biggest thing you can do right now, I'm just trying to grow this channel. Share the stream, invite some people. If you see people in other places, say, hey, have you ever been to B-Nog Night Show in the morning? I know a lot of people, I don't know if it's hard to grow a show in the morning or not. See, I was always thinking, back when Crowder was not being, whatever the hell he is now, somehow he would get, 100,000 people watching a show in the morning. Rick Ricada, he gets 100,000, sometimes 200,000 people watching a show in the morning, depending on what trial he's doing. And so it's not necessarily the morning issue. It's just me, I think. This must be a boring motherfucker. I don't know. But anyway, why do you come here? That's a good question. I should do a poll. Why do you come watch this show? Because I know that one thing that I do that most people don't is I try to talk about some of the newest things that are happening on the news before anyone else does. So a lot of times if I see something that's literally breaking news up to the minute on Twitter, I will immediately put that into my show. Or some of you sometimes will alert me to things that are breaking news. And I love to talk about the newest news. So when people come here, they're like, oh yeah, I haven't heard that yet. So that's one of the things we do in this show. And the other thing is I do try to interact with you in the chat. At least I want to acknowledge when you guys show up. For example, good morning, number one. Good morning, number one is in the house. Good morning, number one. And Black Hebrew Israelites. See, that's right. Black Hebrew Israelites here. So anyway, So I don't know if there's any, I don't know where to put it. You enjoy my personality. Well, text AG below set Evan. Well, thank you. I appreciate you enjoying my personality because not everybody does, but that's okay. I don't care. I'm not here to please everybody. Can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. You know, is that song about masturbation? I always wondered about it. It's all right now. I learned my lesson. You can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. Well, here I am, pleasuring myself. That's perfect. All right, let's continue. Good morning, Ty Alexander. Or thank you, Ty Alexander, for retweeting the show. I greatly appreciate it. By the way, if you don't follow me on other social media, I have a link tree. Let's see, where is it? Maybe I should highlight the link tree today. That's share the stream. Well, we want you to share the stream. Oh, it hasn't popped up yet, has it? Join the P.9 Show Discord server. Yeah, if you scroll up, you can see the little Streamlabs bot thing there. Has a lot of different information, and you can find the links to sponsor the show. It reminds you to share the show. One of them is going to show up with a Linktree link, which will, or other places you can find me on the internet. So I am going to, I'm going to pin the Superstar sponsor link if you'd like to sponsor the show monetarily, just because, I've been off work. I was off work for 6-8 weeks. And I got some catch up to do. So anyway, good morning. Oh, goodness. I need a buzzing noise. Well, Rachel Madhouse Dildo's in the house. That's great. Good morning, Rachel Madhouse Dildo. I don't get YouTube while taking care of Rachel. Well, sometimes Wi-Fi doesn't always work in the caverns. Oh my God. Oh, I can't believe I said that. Ew. Anyway. All right. Let's see what's happening in the world today. What didn't happen in the world today? So, you know how for the last couple days on X, the app formerly known as Twitter, clearly the biggest news in the world was dominating Twitter, right? Every other, Twitter trending topic had something to do with Israel, okay? And Hamas and Gaza and all that. Followed you from the AAA show. Stay for the commentary. Pretty sure I saw you on Ruin Leon's stream at some point too. I was on. Well, I do. I've been in his stream, but he's also been a guest on my show too. So yeah, Ruin Leon. I haven't seen him for a while. It's weird how YouTube works. You subscribe to all these things, and you would think that the things that you subscribe to would pop up in your feed, but they really don't. Sometimes you got to go out and search for them. So anyway, as I was saying, yes, Hamas and Israel have been trending like just everything on Twitter was those things. But today a new topic has taken over. And I thought, oh my goodness, there must be some massive breaking news. Literally 7 or 8 different trending topics today are related to the number one trending topic on Twitter today. And that would be none other than Jada. Jada Pinkett Smith is trending number one on Twitter, and there are about 7 other different of the top 25 trending topics that are related to Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, I can't believe it. It's unbelievable. So, and the reason she's trending, because remember when Will went over and smacked the shit out of Chris Rock on the Oscars? He was then Will Smith started yelling about, oh yeah, you don't keep my wife's name out of your mouth and all that stuff, right? Well, apparently Jada Pinkett Smith dropped a new book there. Hello, Batman, what's up? Jada Pinkett Smith dropped a new book where she says that she and Will Smith have been separated since 2016. And I'm like, is this really what we want to talk about in the world? But I don't get it. So, but the reason it's wild is because wasn't that the slap heard around the world? Wasn't the slap wasn't the slap just a couple years ago But she says they've been separated since 2016. Why exactly, if they've been separated since 2016, did Will Smith go smack the shit out of Chris Rock? And I just thought, oh my gosh. In fact, here's her talking to Hoda as opposed to Beta. She's talking to Hoda right here, and no, not Ho. Duh, but Hoda. I don't know Hoda's last name. Who names their kid Hoda? Who the fuck names their kid? Anyway, here she is talking to Hoda, and Hoda's even surprised. Listen.
There are so many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it.
I had to reread
said,
it.
Is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
They live?
It was
not
a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce. So from
Now, I
the
know
year
this is not what you
2016,
came here for.
which is 7 years ago now,
7 years
y'all
ago.
have been apart.
Yeah.
What the hell? So here we go again. And so I just find this funny because, again, today's kind of a stupidity on Twitter day. And this is some stupidity on Twitter. I am not kidding. Here, Jada's trending. So Will is trending up only because the top target. So Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock over this joke and is not even together with Jada Pinkett. This is embarrassing. Why is she intent on embarrassing this man? Well, that maybe explain it, that they've been separated ever since. So Oscars is trending. Tupac is trending because remember, Jada Smith but really wanted to be with Tupac. Hey, we got a new superstar sponsor of the day. That would be TexAG007. You are the new Streamlabs superstar sponsor of the day. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. And drop it a 15. You are. Let me just put the superstar sponsor up there. TexAG007 says, with a big $15 in the chat, in the tip jar, says, I hope the post-op recovery is going well. Also, Epstein didn't kill himself. Well, that is so true. Thank you for sponsoring the show. Appreciate it. So, I got to tell you, what was the thing at the Oscars all about? So anyway, Tupac's trending, and a lot of people are posting this video saying, Jada Pinkett Smith finally free to have sex with the ghost of Tupac after separating from Will Smith. What movie is this from? It's pretty funny where the ghost comes in and, you can't see what I'm putting up here. I'm not even sure if I should be putting it up here, but it's from a movie. It's funny, and it's this scene from this is from Scary Movie or something, where something.
Hello. I know I would have.
Anyway, where the ghost is pleasuring the sleeping young lady. Anyway, so anyway, Tupac on his love for his friend Jada Pinkett Smith in 1905. Oh, he said something about that. Anyway, so Tupac's trending, Oscar's trending. Oh, you know what else is trending? And I'll get off this in a second, but it's funny to me. Her blonde hair, so she culturally appropriating. Yeah, she is culturally appropriating the hair of white women in this place here. Well, at least she has hair. Remember, she didn't have hair during the Oscars. She was shaving her head because was it Propecia? Some shit. Good morning, Cannibalistic Wizard. That's Propecia. That's the medicine. Whatever that thing is when people lose their hair. But apparently it's growing back blonde. I don't know how that works. But also Margot Kidder. I almost said Margot Kidder. And who remembers Margot Kidder? I'm sure AD remembers Margot Kidder. Pete, I remember how Will Smith was laughing at Chris Rock's joke until Jada glares at him. Oh, we can show you it again if you want. I know that this is a big thing. But apparently, during what was that movie that they did together? Apparently, Margot Robbie. Someone saying that Will Smith really fumbled Margot Robbie for bald Jada. Well, no, was it when they did that movie? Weren't that alopecia? Yeah, not propecia, alopecia. So anyway, Don Julio, good morning. Yeah, apparently there might have been some kind of thing going on with him and Margot Robbie, but he and Jada were still married, because that movie was not before 2016, was it? Jada Pinkett Smith reveals her and Will Smith have been separated for 7 years and lived 2 completely separate lives in her upcoming special with Hoda. Beta. While the two are still legally married, they are no longer romantically involved. Whatever. And apparently he could have, he could have had Margot Robbie, I guess. Who knows? Who knows? There's something to any day. I don't know right away. Soon as it shows. Good morning, Sully209. How you doing? Yes, whoever comes here for the West Side Story songs, there's your daily your daily fix of West Side Story. Margot Kidder, Superman 2, meow. Yeah, she was looking pretty fine back in the day. Select the boys in the house. How you doing?
Yeah, boy.
Okay, yeah, like I said, this is a very, very fucking random day, and because I don't have a lot of time, so I just got to fill it in with stuff. And so, are there any topics? Any drop topics there? Not, I don't see any. Wait, I'm in the wrong thing here. Does anyone drop topics? I'm sure AD did. Yes, of course. All right, I'll come back to that in a second. And you can drop questions in there today, because like I said, since I don't have as much time today, I'm just trying to do some funny shit. So, let me go back to live chat. So, also trending today, the only true person in the band Hall & Oates, Daryl Hall, is birthday today. Happy birthday to Daryl Hall. Legend of blue-eyed soul and custodian of the greatest mullet in the history of the world. Yes, he had look at that. Look at that mullet. Now that's a mullet, man. That is a mullet. Holy smokes, look at that. Writer of many great songs. So for a while, who here has ever watched Live at Daryl's House? Okay. I didn't realize the range that Daryl Hall had until I started watching that show, and he'd bring in other musicians and they would sing each other's songs and stuff. Daryl Hall is one hell of a musician. The former leader of Hall & Oates is 77 years old today. Happy 77th to the legendary singer, keyboardist, and guitarist Daryl Hall of Hall & Oates. And of Daryl Hall, because so Oates is this guy. If you're not sure who the hell Oates is, because nobody really knew what Oates did, except he sang on Sarah's Smile. He's the low voice. Constellation, and is what is right for me. Yeah, that's Daryl. That's John Oates. But other than that, I don't know if he sang anything else. He kind of sang a lot of woo and woo 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 woo. That's my Daryl. That's my John Oates intimidation. My impression. Not that. T-Bone, Walk, G.E. Smith, and Charlie DeChant. Yeah, they had a great. I mean, the band was good. Quite the talented band. And like G.E. Smith and the bass player dude. Is that T-Bone? Went on to. They led the Saturday Night Live band for a while. Keister Bunny, what's up? I love his live stuff from his house. Yeah, what I just said. Live from Daryl's house. He had one, the one he did, or live from Daryl's house. Great show. You can look it up on YouTube. They have most of the episodes on there. He sings some of this lines on their cover of You Lost That Love and Feeling. Well, yeah, because you need 2 singers for that one. So he did do that too. Baby, baby, I get down on my knees for you. So CeeLo Green, that's the one I'm talking about. I was about to just say that, Somnambule Nation. The one he did with CeeLo Green is fantastic. In fact, let's do this. I'm just going to put that one in the links today. We'll put the Live from Daryl's House, CeeLo Green. Let's look it up here, because this is a random show. This is just it's not a normal show. It's a random show, because I'm just trying to get away from the blood and gore of Israel, because that's pretty much dominating most of the news. But we are I'm going to remind you, we're going to talk about it again tomorrow. My friend from high school that I've been dear friends with for over 40 years now. We've been friends 40 years. is a religious Jew from Omaha who now lives in the Twin Cities. She has a daughter who lives in Israel, and we're going to talk about some of the bullshit some people are saying and whatnot, and also just take questions. She's going to report on what her daughters told her and whatnot, so we'll do that tomorrow. But anyway, what is it? Live from Daryl's house. Live from Daryl's house. Live from Daryl's house. Where's the CeeLo Green? House. CeeLo. There it is. Here we go. I want to do the whole... Do they do the whole episode? It was such a really good episode too. Well, here I'll put the full show. Here we go. All right, we'll put that on in the links today. If you haven't seen this, it's brilliant. It is brilliant, and this look. I think he was 73 years old. Daryl Hall was 73 years old when they did this show. And it's just his chops are there. He's going strong. So, all right. And then another thing that's trending today, because, we can never get enough. We can never get enough of this. Okay. This is, if we didn't have a special day for this poor downtrodden group, we wouldn't know anything about them, and everyone would be just so confused and because you never hear about it. It happens to be National Coming Out Day. Okay. October 11th, 2023 is National Coming Out Day for all the LGBTQIA plus LMNOP folks. And by God, if we did not have a National Coming Out Day, we wouldn't know that October is also National LGBTQ plus History Month, and that June is Pride Month, and then you have the something, this, that, and the other Awareness Day, and this day and that day, because there's never enough days for this, and so today is just another day for National Coming Out. Now, I have to confess today that I am, since it is National Coming Out Day, I am coming out as a dog owner. I own a dog, I admit it, and I am very proud of it, and so I have dog owner pride. So there you go. Anyway, so but here it is. Listen, and whenever you have a day like this, which is almost every other week, there's something kind of day for somebody in the LGBTQIA plus 2S 007910210 LMNOP QRST group. Yes, no, it is not a holiday for people with agoraphobia, Batman. However, I hate to make fun of that, only because I have a neighbor who is they're neighbors, and it's an entire family of anorexic agoraphobics. And, I bet they have a few skeletons in their closet. But anyway, I just don't want to make fun of them, okay? So anyway, the National Coming Out Day, let's see what people are saying, because it is Twitter Stupidity Day. Good morning, Nomad. What's up?
Stop. Hammer time.
Today in church, the preacher said homosexuals aren't going to hell for being homosexual, because guess what? Heterosexuals aren't going to heaven for being heterosexuals. And the amount of shock... yes, your preacher did just call out your homophobic ass out. This is somebody clear. You know what's funny about that statement? I think you're right. If you're in church, okay, you're right. Let me just rephrase this for how it works in the church if you happen to be a Christian. And if you're not, it's cool too. I'm just telling you what my limited knowledge of how this all works. I'm going to rephrase this, okay? Today in church the preacher said, sinners aren't going to hell for being sinners, because guess what? Non-sinners aren't going to heaven for being non-sinners. And the amount of, I don't know why they were shocked, because, yeah, if you're a Christian, you believe that you can repent for your sins, or you can, accept Jesus into your life and you won't be going to hell. So I don't understand what the point was of that sentence. Anyway, that was stupid. All right. Real quick, I have another sponsor today. Thank you, Black Hebrew Israelite. There we go. Thank you for joining the sponsorship of the show. I appreciate it. Let's see.
That's right.
Oh, here we go. He dropped a deuce in the tip jar, which we will be cleaning up later. Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock for a lame joke, ruined his career to protect the honor of a hoe who'd never loved him. His soon-to-be ex-wife can fuck his son's best friend. Women can never love someone she doesn't respect. Just divorce her. Okay.
That's right.
That's a accurate and yet harsh but accurate take. Cheers. Okay. By the way, I do have my cup of coffee here. Today it's in the Great Lakes. It's a cup about the Great Lakes when we were in Mackinac Island. No salt, no sharks, no worries. The Great Lakes, a great place to summer, but don't go in there in the winter. And if you're in Lake Superior, stay close to the surface because it's the coldest of the Great Lakes. But did you know that Lake Superior has as much water in it or more water in it than all of the other Great Lakes combined? It's the deepest lake. It's the coldest lake. It's all that stuff. So anyway, back to National Coming Out Day though, because I know there's got to be some stupidity here. Because, and again, we don't hear enough about the lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans. Look, unfortunately for the L, the G, and the B's, all people really care about now are the T's. And the Q's are just people who want to have some oppression points and they can't say that they're gay or trans, so they just say, well, I'm queer, and that gives me some oppression points. All that means is you're weird. Okay, that's all that means. Oh, Black Hebrew Israelite, again, another deuce in the tip jar, who says, thank you very much, and we'll do one of these. Black Hebrew Israelite dropping another deuce in the tip jar saying, I wonder, did Will Smith get with P. Diddy to have Tupac clapped so Jada P finally chose him? Just saying. I don't think so. Okay, I don't think so. Because I don't think Jada met him until after Tupac was clipped. But hey, and you all heard that they made an arrest in that case, right? They're claiming they've made an arrest of the man who may have shot Tupac. And it's interesting because when they arrested the guy, he just seemed very matter of fact about it. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. So back to National Coming Out Day. Let's see if there's anything else done. There is no way to, quote, come out. Just know that you are loved, and there's a huge community of us ready to welcome you when you're ready. Okay, nobody cares. I mean, look, is coming out in 2023, the current year, really a big deal anymore? Is it now? Really? Every corporation turns their entire fucking buildings and logos and shit into rainbows once a year. Everybody celebrates you. The teachers at schools are all like, oh, you're so special. You're so special. Who wouldn't want to come out these days? I'm just saying. Maybe to your parents, but that's because, then the teachers can help you hide it from your parents. But, come on. Is this even necessary anymore? I'm just quite sure. Today is National Coming Out Day. No matter who you are, how many times you come out, I support you. Well, what do you mean how many times you come out? This is Representative Frederica Wilson. That's a congresswoman. Is she from Houston? Where is she from? Is she from Louisiana? She's from Florida. She's the higher ed ranking member, founder of 5,000 Role Models. Florida District 24. Frederick, no matter who you are or how many times you come out, I support you. Well, how many times do you have to come out? Why? You don't think they would remember? Rap died with ODB. Old Dirty Bastard. Good morning, Lord Stanhope, by the way. It died with ODB? Baby, I got your money. Hey. Anyway, all right. Anyway, so it's National Coming Out Day.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Okay, let's move on. And that's the end of my Twitter stuff today. All right. Well, let me do this. Let me go see. By the way, thank you also to who else did this? Wait, why are my notifications not working? Oh, there we go. Somebody named Alice liked this. I'm not sure. The good way to hide a secret is to tell the world as a joke. I don't even know what that means. Is this one of those fake account hoes that do that shit? Thank you, Tyrannus Alexandrus, the Grand Inquisitor, Tyr Alexander, for retweeting the show. I appreciate it. This might have been the worst show on the planet to retweet today, but we're gonna keep going. Oh, black people are trending. Why are black people trending? Let's see why black people are trending. Let me. Oh shoot! Wait. No. Okay, let's see. Oh, did you know there's a count? Oh, that's Daryl or Nico House he changed his account to Joe Biden hates black people. That's funny. So why is black people trending? Let's see. And what the hell happened to? Oh no. I screwed up here. Hang on. Give me a second. Sorry. Momento, por favor. Or did I open a new tab? Maybe I did. Okay, that. Oh, this is the one I don't need. Okay, that's notifications, Jada. Okay, I'm good. So why are black people trending? Because, we're always here. Oh, because Black Lives Matter is cheering on Hamas. So now my friend Nikki over here, Nikki M. Johnson, MD, all these black people on here cheering on Hamas, saying they have a right to reclaim their land, had me scratching my head. If the Native Americans rose up to reclaim this land, y'all be cheering this? Where would black freedmen go if they won? Well, I even have a better question. Okay. If yesterday, for example, was Indigenous Peoples Day, right? Indigenous Peoples Day. So they're saying, okay, the people first in the land should be the ones who should have it, right? Well, hello, puddin' heads, and especially my fellow black peoples. Aren't the indigenous people of that land called Israel the Jewish people? Because there's thousands of years of written history of them being there. Remember Judea? There was a reason why it was called Judea 2000 BC before there was ever such thing as a Muslim or a Philistine. The Philistines weren't there before the Judeans, right? But remember that in like the 1500s or the 700s? I can't remember which one. When someone conquered that area and drove them all out and then renamed Judea to something else. And then like the 1500s, somehow they came back again. And then the Turks killed them or removed them from the area. The Jews are the indigenous people of that land, not the Palestinians. The Palestinians is a mix-up of the name Philistines that weren't there before the Jews. The Jews were there first. They are the indigenous people of that land. No, it belonged to the Canaanites. Well, no, I don't think so. Romans called it Judea. The Jews called it Israel. No. I thought the Romans were the ones who changed it from Judea. But either way, these Jews you speak of, are they in the room with us now? I don't know, but whatever. It doesn't even matter. It's like, she's right though. If the Native Americans but then again, which Native Americans would reclaim this land? Because remember, the Native Americans were killing each other over land too. Like whatever they were called before we got here, right? Because they were Indians and then they're Native Americans. And now they're, who knows? Did any of those tribes just say, oh, well, this is their land and we're not going to hunt buffalo on their land and whatever. Anyway, Joshua slaughtered the Canaanites. The Jews are the Canaanites. Okay, the history for the Philistines have nothing to do with Palestinians. Yeah, exactly. However that all worked, okay? Let's just say that the Palestinians are not the indigenous people of that land. They weren't there either. There was no Palestine. There is no historical Palestine before there was an Israel, before there was a Judea or anything like that. Palestine was kind of a mix up in the year like 1000 or something like that. Anyway, according to anthropologists, the first people in America were black Africans. Well, yeah, there are some people who say that some of the tribes in Florida were actually Africans, and there were some dark-skinned people down there that were there before the Columbus people were, but who knows if it was just the Asians with a good tan. I don't know, don't care. I'm not going back to that time to find out. We're here now. Let's see if we can all just fucking get along. That's what I say. And unfortunately, it's not happening over the Middle East. Now, let's see. Oh, my friend No Tip Jesus is under the black people thing here that's trending. Let's see what he says here. This usually he has a pretty funny take on some shit. Let's check out Hotep Jesus, my brother Hotep Jesus. Here he is. I should probably put that on the screen. Because he's again, black people are trending. Mostly because the Black Lives Matter people are supporting Hamas for whatever fucking reason. Let's see what Hotep Jesus has to say. Diversity, equity, and inclusion programs are Trojan horse attacks specifically against black people, and I have truth. Let's see what this is.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion is a direct attack on black people, and I'm going to show you right now in real life IRL.
Let's see it.
The IMF and other financial institutions are claiming that they are going to increase financial inclusion, specifically for the unbanked. However, in application, they've done exactly the opposite. It was the unbanked that was hurt the most. And in Nigeria, people had to resort back to the barter system. There's a great article on Mises.org. I suggest you go read. BBC, Nigeria's Naira shortage, anger and chaos.
Oh, you know, it's crazy. So the Naira, which is the currency in Nigeria, and I only know about this because I am half Nigerian and I don't know a whole lot about what's going on there. But there's a Naira surge, right? And part of it because at least when I was there in 2004, nobody wanted. You'd sell Naira. You'd go to like these little black market money exchange places to get Nairas because you get more Naira for the dollar. They always wanted $100 bills. So I'm not sure what that is, but here it is. And I'm sorry, let me finish this.
Outside of banks. TheGuardian.com. Riots erupt in Nigerian cities as bank policy leads to scarcity of cash.
Oh, also, weren't they experimenting with government type digital currencies in Nigeria? So if you didn't have a way to deal in digital currency, and if there's a Naira shortage, you were fucked.
You have been warned. Subscribe for more.
All right. So anyway, that's my friend Hotep Jesus. Who else? Let's see. 80-year-old Chicago resident Doris Lewis sounds off on the black preachers about the migrant crisis today. Whoever came to black people's rescue, she said enough is enough and it's time to rise up. So I don't know what that is. But anyway, and here, and my friend AK Kamara. Let's check out, if you haven't subscribed to Hotep Jesus or AK Kamara, AK Kamara is cool too. Here's, let's see what, this is a good one. I saw this morning. Check this out. Oh, I'm out of time, aren't I? Here, let's show you AK Kamara's thing on the decline, how the decline of police traffic stops is actually killing black people. This is a good one.
In a dramatic plot twist, it turns out that new laws that have been put in place to reduce the amount of traffic stops between law enforcement and black people has actually led to more black people being killed in traffic fatalities. According to an analysis done by the Washington Post, traffic fatalities are up.
Let me answer this question, Batman. Which half of me is Nigerian? Wouldn't you like to know?
Significantly higher now and have been since 2020. Let's take a little trip down memory lane. Back in 2020, after the killing of George Floyd, a bunch of states started to pass laws that would reduce the amount of traffic stops. Under this premise, that
Think
law
that would
enforcement
save black
agencies
people.
all across
They
America
always try to
are
save black
systemically
people.
racist because there
Stop
is
trying to save
disparity
black people.
between
Where
the
we
rate
can do it,
in
don't
which
get it.
black drivers are pulled over and white drivers are pulled over. A bunch of laws were passed to say, yep, we can't pull people over. Now, because I have a vested interest being a black man in America, I've poured through the data. I've made videos about this in the past. I've made posts all over my social media breaking down the statistical analysis. There never was an epidemic of black people being murdered by police at a crazy high rate. Now, if you compare the rate in which black people were dying versus the rate at which white people were dying by law enforcement, that's where all of the talking points were created and pushed, making these giant, like, oh, black people are 3 or 4 times more likely to die at the hands of law enforcement. But the question always was 3 or 4 times more likely than what?
Ding.
What is the overall number? All to say, the number of black people that were dying at the hands of law enforcement after an initiated traffic stop was very low. Now, after all of these laws went into place, that number did drop. Pulling together some of this data takes a little bit of time. There's not like one clear, concise, neat place that it puts it all. And I'm not really that interested in creating a whole new document. So based off the information that I was able to find since 2019, and more importantly, since a lot of these laws went into effect to reduce the amount of traffic interactions that law enforcement has with the public, there's been something like 25 fewer black people that died, again, as a result of a traffic stop. But guess how many more black people have died because of increased traffic fatalities? About 2,800 more black people have died in that same time period. So it turns out that having fewer
They're killing more black people. See, they're killing more black people.
Dying.
I am
So
afraid
in a
for
way,
my
you
life
could
now.
say
See?
having fewer traffic stops is a form of white supremacy.
Ah, damn! Damn! Go, AK! If you haven't followed AK Camara, you got to follow him. I'll, here, what I'm going to do, I will put his, can you open this? Yeah, I'll just put his Twitter handle there and you can find his, he's on YouTube and on Instagram. Good dude. He's from here in the Twin Cities. I'm going to hang out with him one of these days, and maybe I'm going to try to get him to come on my show one of these days. Cool dude. All right. Let me just go into the Q&A thing where I said, drop some questions or whatever in here. We'll get through this real quick and then I'm going to be done. Cause, like I said, I'm not, I forgot. I have one story. Let's see. Let me just check the questions here. And then I have one story at the end of this and then we're going to go. The color purple does not exist. Okay, this is I'm dropping topic here. The color purple does not exist. It is just a trick of the human eye. Well, aren't all colors just a trick of the human eye? Okay, that's the end of that topic. Cocoa butter is neither cocoa nor butter. Discuss. Actually, cocoa butter is a butter. It's just not a dairy butter. See, you can have apple butter. That's not butter. You can have plum butter. That's not butter. You can have coconut butter. That's not butter, but it's not dairy butter, but it's a butter, right? Is apple butter butter? Is there butter in apple butter? I don't even know. How do you make apple butter? I don't know. But yes, cocoa butter is a butter, not just necessarily a dairy butter. But hey, is it cocoa? Now, I have no idea. Does anyone put cocoa in their formula for cocoa butter? I have no idea. That's the end of that topic. And then again, did you hear about the Veritas-style Krasenstein leak? No, I didn't. If you have a link to that, you got to tell me where it is. You can have tea that is not made with leaves from the tea bush, too. Well, also, there's a tea you can make out of, speaking of cocoa, of the leftover roasted cocoa seeds. When in the chocolate process, you can make a tea out of cocoa husks. Did you know that? Cocoa butter lotion smells so good. It feels so good on the skin. Yes, it does. It is very silky smooth. All right. All right, I'm going to finish up with this story because this is, I still had that. I still had AK on the screen, didn't I? I didn't realize it. Let me finish with one story out of Israel that, I don't know, gives you a little bit of hope. And it's in the New York Post today. Israeli woman 25 hailed as a hero for killing terrorists, leading a team that saved kibbutz from Hamas. Hamas was no match for the intrepid 25-year-old Israeli woman who saved an entire kibbutz from harm by leading a group of residents to kill more than 24 advancing terrorists, including 5 she slaughtered herself. Inbar Lieberman, the security coordinator of kibbutz Nir Am, since December 2022, heard explosions early Saturday when the terrorists launched their unprecedented attack on the Jewish state, according to Walla News. She realized that the sounds were different than those heard during the usual rocket attacks on the kibbutz, located near Sderot and a stone's throw from the Gaza Strip. So Lieberman rushed to open the armory, distributed guns to the 12-member security team, and coordinated their decisive response amid the unfolding attack. She placed her squad of kibbutzniks in a strategic position across the settlement and set up ambushes that caught the gunmen off guard and turned the tables on them during their mission to inflict mass casualties. Lieberman killed 5 terrorists by herself, while the others gunned down 20 or more over 4 hours as they turned Nir Am into an impenetrable fortress, while nearby kibbutzim suffered heavy losses, Walla News reported. And so apparently she will be getting an award from the state of Israel. I thought that was a great story. And then I have just one other. Let me see if I can find it real quick, though, because it will take a second. Just one other last thing I'm going to play, and then I got to go. And let's see if I can find it quickly. I hope I do. One of our sponsors, while I'm looking for this, one of our sponsors has dropped a deuce in the tip jar. It is BBC Rentals. And BBC Rentals, thank you so much for sponsoring the show. We at BBC Rentals, in the interest of supporting racial harmony, we are launching our new Ebony and Ivory special. Ebony and Ivory live together in perfect harmony, because Ebony BBC love ivory holes. Just ask for our news member, P-Dog. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, BBC Rentals. Always a pleasure for whoever rents them. Yes. Okay, let me find my last little thing I'm going to send out here, and it has nothing to do with BBC Rentals, because you would never describe that as BBC Rentals. Anyway, this one is the last one I'm going to do. It has something about the people talking about. So there's a bunch of people out there saying that perhaps there should have been a ceasefire, like, after the Hamas people went in there and killed all these Israeli people, right? And there's a little problem with that, and our friend Nick Freitas, I don't know how you say his last name, Nick J. Freitas, he's a legislator in the state of Virginia, but he also has a really good YouTube and Instagram channel, has something to say about that. So here we go. Here it is. Oh, shit. Let me try that again, because I had to unmute. We'll start over. Let's put it on.
So somebody said, Nick, used to be involved in counterterrorism. How would you describe what's going on in the Middle East right now? Well, in technical military terms, Hamas is engaged in effing around, and the IDF is about to make sure that they find out, which will inevitably cause the UN and a bunch of countries that aren't currently being attacked by Hamas to tell everyone to calm down. The problem is, with terrorists, if the calming down takes place before the finding out takes place, they continue to F around because there's no consequence for it. So what really needs to happen now is that the IDF needs to make sure that the terrorists in Hamas find out. And I mean find out in a way that will prevent them from ever effing around again. And that's a special kind of finding out that I really hope Israel makes good on.
All right, so there you go. That is brilliance from Mr. Nick Freitas. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude the program today. I must go, but thank you for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll have a guest tomorrow with a little more just a personal connection to this shit that's going on in Israel. And so look forward to that. Hello, Trippy Liberty. I see you there. So that's it. We got to go. Do all the things that most people tell you. Like, share, subscribe. 41 people, 23 likes on YouTube. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. Hit the like button before you go. All right, I got to go. Hello, Emmanuel Presley also. Thank you. Got to go. My name is P-Dog Knight, and I'm out of here. Motherfucker, let's go. Have a great day. Hey, this is P-Dog Knight, and thank you for watching today on the P-Dog Knight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm P-Dog Knight, and I'm out of here.